So tonight we're going to continue with the sales process. Then we're going to have a talk on nutritional supplementation. Where do you start? And our guest speaker for tonight will talk about good. So without any further ado, let's get stuck into our meeting tonight. And just to give you the context of what we're doing, the whole purpose of all these Key Club sessions is to help and equip and empower you to build your own legacy house. So you put your name in there, the house of, and whatever name it is. And then we said, the concept of a house is based on wisdom or philosophy, wealth or being a participant, and wellness or being a practitioner as the two walls. But how your house will ultimately look like is the time that you put in terms of your family's worth or purpose. And then last week we just touched on this, and then we went into how to build a name list, and I wonder who actually did it. But the journey that we're on from a buyer's perspective, so any person who's never heard of Gig, and then ultimately we hope he can be part of Gig, his journey will go through a process of awareness, interest, consideration, purchase, post-purchase, repurchase. So that's the typical industry which that is used for the process we're putting people on. Now, how do we bring people into our three-generational world? Last week we spoke about doing your name list and then invite those people on your name list by mail or by WhatsApp. And let me just quickly go to participants and see, by a show of hands, who of you have actually done your name list? And we said aim for about 100 people. Let me just see if by a show of hands. Gavin has done it. Biff said no, he hasn't done it. So we have two honest people. Others are just quiet in the background. Okay, guys, the big thing here is it's about your own process of bringing people in. And we say all of us have got an influence sphere of at least 10 people, but we'll be surprised that if we just look at the names on our cell phones and database, we probably already influence 100, 200, 300 people. I just want to quickly go deeper into the whole thing to say, all right, now that we have our name list, what to do next? And these things have been revisited before, but let's just go through it again. However you get the information to them, however you create the awareness, it's they now need to say, I am interested, I want to know more. And we say, send them to the giginstitute.com website, let them watch a 4-minute video and encourage them to register as a free member and then phone you. And then once they've, and this is where we send them. So there it is, gig-institute.com. Here's the video. Here's the place to fill in. And please make sure they put who they've been referred by, because our whole back end keeps track of who referred whom. And if you don't put your name there, then it's an orphan. And like you've heard Gavin said, we don't want orphans. We will then issue that person to one of our wealth coaches. All right, once they've done it, next step is they must now do the online training one, where the heading is struggle to significant. So how do they get there? And then ultimately register as a paid member. The moment they register as a free member, it brings them to the journey, the free members journey. And then if they click number 1, it'll take them to a page. And if you scroll down on that page, you'll get to this section of the page. And then what every person must do before you even bother to bring them into Gig is let them go online and register and do the From Struggle to Significance journey, because that will explain Gig and the context of Gig, and it will explain the Gig products. So we don't want anyone joining Gig as a member if they don't understand what they're joining. And then once that's done, help them to register as a paid member. And so if you go back to, and ultimately we then do the wealth coach interview, and we get him on the journey to become a wealth coach. So just as a quick illustration how to use the website, I'm just going to then recap quickly. So if you go to, let me just see where am I normally going. Normally going to Geek Institute New, and that's a screen that you come into. Then go to the to the video site, register, and the moment people says, please, I want give me free membership, it'll take them onto the free members journey. But if you have to navigate later on, it's at the bottom of the page. Please advise people, because people tend to just look at the picture and don't look at the rest of the screen. Tell them to scroll down, and that's where they see the journey. And then we've clicked on complete the online training. Let me just go there, and that would then take them to where's my training? This training, and when they come in on online training, they'll see that picture. And again, just advise them to scroll down. There's a whole lot of videos they can watch later. And by the way, all our Sunday night training is then recaptured as small little videos, and it's also put on the basic training, so you can pick it up there later on. But get them to this screen. That's the one we want them to look at. And then initially let them do that. And then when they finish, let them phone you again, because you don't know when they will do that. And then just take them back to the journey. And this is now time for them to become a paid member, but this is where you can show them what are the other CFI products, what does the online market look like, and so forth. I just want to quickly go back to training. A lot of people don't move past this page. Gavin has done an incredible work to also give us a knowledge base. And just to show you where our knowledge base is, almost any question that you might have on any topic, you should first go to that knowledge base, and you can then put in the question, and it will come up with all the possible articles that's available. And even, I mean, something like how to do a budget, 22/7 from Old Mutual. So Gavin can later, if there's anything I leave out, he can come in and just give comment on that. But we've got a powerful tool, and I don't want to overexpose you tonight just on the website, but page around and see what's available. But then back to the journey. Your job now is, from that name list, get people to do their due diligence and then become a paid member by signing that, get onto the form there.